Ladies and gentlemen, the money for the Small Business Administration's Paycheck Protection Program loan is running out. President Trump's top economic advisor, Larry Kudlow, stated that the funds will run out by this Thursday, April 17th, 2020. President Donald Trump confirmed that the funds for the PPP will be exhausted this week during a press briefing that he held today. The president chalked up the depletion of funds to political bickering between Republicans and Democrats. He stated that both parties' lawmakers were interested in funding partisan projects instead of solely ensuring that the funds were primarily allocated to help small businesses. Senator Mitch McConnell and House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy and Mr. Kudlow have all stated that the banks have already loaned half of the funds within the first week. Lawmakers have an opportunity to put the measure to replenish the PPP with an additional $250 billion this Thursday, as long as no lawmaker objects in the House and in the Senate. Bloomberg reports that Mr. McConnell will not approve any additional funding beyond the $250 billion for the PPP program. The senator added that this is the only program that is at risk of drying up. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer want the program to allow more lenders to disperse funds so small businesses don't have to solely rely on working with big banks. Several business owners have complained that one of the key hurdles in securing financing is that big banks will only work with them if they have an existing business relationship with those banks. Both Wells Fargo and Chase have stopped taking applications for PPP loans. Even Bank of America at one time required for business owners to have a business relationship through a checking account and have some type of lending relationship through a credit card or a loan. Pelosi and Schumer also want $250 billion more for state and local governments and hospitals. Under this package, neither lawmakers, cabinet officials, or President Trump's family can secure a loan from the Treasury Department. Nonetheless, Mr. Kudlow stated that a local community bank in Connecticut granted a loan to his wife for her art business. The SBA has already approved about 1.1 million applications, which equal to $257 billion in loans. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I have been communicating a sense of urgency each time I tell you to file your applications, to get your paperwork together. The money is running out quickly, and who knows when Congress is going to fund this program with the additional $250 billion that they're fighting about. And not a lot of people have already gotten this money. One report finds that only 3.5% of small businesses in Connecticut have been approved for loans through the Small Business Administration's PPP program. That's some data collected by Hearst Connecticut Media on Tuesday. LivingstonParishNews.com cites an SBA report that finds that banks approved 17,097 PPP loans in Louisiana for a total of $3.7 billion. The most loans were approved in Texas with 88,434 approvals totaling $21.7 billion. California received the next highest amount of loan approvals with 54,922 loans approved for $20.8 billion. In third place, Illinois came in with 44,453 loans approved for $12.5 billion. The SBA report also listed a comprehensive breakdown of all the loans that banks have dispersed throughout the country. 725,058 total loans amounting to $37.1 billion are for $150,000 or less. That makes up 70% of total loans. 156,590 total loans amounting to $35.7 billion are for $150,000 to $350,000. That makes up 15.13% of total loans. 102,473 total loans amounting to $59.29 billion are loans for $350,000 to $1 million. These are 9.9% of total loans. 31,176 total loans amounting to $43.27 billion are for $1 million to $2 million. 16,516 total loans amounting to $49.28 billion are for $2 million to $5 million. This makes up 1.6% of total loans. 3,273 total loans for $22.76 billion are for $5 million and more. This makes up 0.32% of total loans. The average loan size is $239,152, and the top 5 NAICS industry sectors to receive loans were professional, scientific, and technical services, 126,372 loans. Construction, 114,838 loans. Healthcare and social assistance, 114,236 loans. And accommodation and food services, 108,179 loans. In retail trade, 105,796 loans. So I can't stress it enough, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't gotten your application in, get it in, get it in, get it in. Or if you already put in your application, follow up with your lender. Perhaps try another lender. Remember, it's a big process that these lenders are going through in order to file these applications, in order to process these applications. Once they collect all your documentation, they have to put it through the SBA's e-trans system. And all of that is taking time. Now just think of all the times they have to do this because of the large influx of loans that they're receiving from all of these people, the hundreds of thousands of loans that they're processing on a daily basis. So get it in and follow up with the people with whom you file an application and explore your options. Now, another news report is saying that PayPal, Intuit, and Square are now in the game. And hopefully the way that Congress is working and the way that these third-party financial institutions, they're lobbying in order to be able to provide these loans, there'll be more players in the game and there'll be more people to be able to process these loans now and perhaps when the program receives more funding. If you have any questions, if you'd like to stay updated with everything that has to do with the stimulus package, subscribe, like, leave your comments, leave your questions in the comments section below. Talk soon.